Hey, what's up, VC? It's Steve again, Harmless Rebel, and it's time for another opening video. This time I decided to, I was actually going to open the box that this came in on the video. However, it was soaking wet. We've been getting a lot of rain here the last couple of days. It's been raining all day long, and they just threw it on my front stoop. So the box was drenched all the way through, so I had to open it and make sure that everything was here in one piece. But this is the limited edition box set for Control Denied, The Fragile Art of Existence. This was one of Chuck Schuldinger's bands. I know I'm saying his name wrong. I say it differently every time I say it, too. So he started Control Denied 95, 96, if I remember correctly. And it was one of those things that we always heard about. You know, if you were a fan of Death, especially later Death, where they went the more progressive route. He was always talking about this project that he was working on. And finally, in 2001, the album was released. In all honesty, I didn't really like the album when it first came out. I thought the drums were a little bit off. But the more I listened to it, the more I got into it and really ended up loving the album. A little bit different than what you heard in Death. I mean, they were going the progressive route by their third or fourth album anyway, Death was. This is more of a, I guess you would call it a technical or progressive power metal. Definitely you still hear the Death in here. Simply because all the members but the singer were members of Death. So they limited this one to 500, and they've, you know, as is it Nuclear Blast or Relapse has been reissuing each of the Death albums, which they've done a phenomenal job on. If you haven't heard the Death reissues from Relapse, they've sounded better. I had 2 original pressings of Death albums, and the reissues blew them out of the water. I ended up selling both of those. Control Denied has been really hard to get on vinyl. Even some of the shitty pressings or beat up pressings were selling in the hundreds. So I was really stoked, and I decided to go with the box set for this one. I actually almost bought the box set for a couple of the Death albums too. I just wasn't really impressed with what was in them. The first couple had some really cool stuff in them, and I wish I'd have been able to get them. And then the last few that they released, I didn't think the box sets were worth the extra money. I did like what I saw as far as what was going to be in this box, so I grabbed it. So we'll go ahead and see what all we got. First, that wasn't in the box but came with it is the Control Denied slip mat. I'm not a big slip mat guy. I use a cork slip mat. I've got a stack of probably half a dozen slip mats over there. I guess it's kind of a cool thing to throw in. It's just something that I would never use. So, and then they also sent this. I'm not really sure what is in here. So let's go ahead and pop it open. I don't remember what all came in the box set, so... okay. I think this is kind of chintzy, to be perfectly honest. It said that it was coming with picks, which I thought was kind of cool, but it's not. It's a little credit card with kind of picks in there. So it's basically cardboard. These aren't playable picks. I think this is kind of a waste, but whatever. So you've got the some of the Control Denied artwork there, and it's got Control Denied on the back, whatever. That's kind of weak. So let's go ahead and open up the box and see what we got going. Hopefully what's in the box is better than what was not. These were limited to 500, and it's a 3 LP set. There was something on the box. It wiped right off, though. Oh, let me see. So, disc 1 is the original album. Disc 2 is... okay. Oh, it's all their demos. So they released 3 demos before this album came out, going back to when they started in 95. So the first demo was in 96, so that is on here. The 97 demos and the 99 demos are all here. So sides A through D are The Fragile Art of Existence, and then the final album is all of the demos. So very cool. And I think I've heard most of the demos. And then there was also about half of their final album was recorded as well. And I know that that was stuck in litigation for like 10 or 15 years between the members of the band and the label. And they finally got the rights, and they had talked for years about recording, because I guess they had the guitar tracks and most of the songs for the album were written. They just hadn't recorded the vocals and a little bit of the instrumentation. And every 2 or 3 years, it seems like we get another report that they're going to finish it, and then nothing ever happens. So hopefully someday we'll get that second album completed. But so again, here is the box. Let's go ahead and open her up and see what's inside. So we've got a download code. Let's see what we got here. Poster of the album art. And it looks like just the 2. I thought there was something else supposed to be in here, but I guess not. So here goes the Demos album. Fragile Art of Existence Demos. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the vinyl. That's kind of cool looking. You would think for a pressing like this, though, they would have used polyline sleeves. You know, it is what it is. But so there is the vinyl for the demos. And then let's go ahead and check out the actual album. You've got the inner there with the band members. And the vocalist was Tim Aymar. And I don't remember anything else that he did other than this. But Richard Christie, Steve DiGiorgio, and Shannon Hamm, and obviously Chuck, were all members of Death. So, and you got a write-up here from Richard Christie as well, which is cool. So, oops, let's see. Looks like this one's a little different. No, maybe it's not. Maybe the same, similar. So that's the second album. And then the first album. So I'm finding myself kind of underwhelmed here. That being said, I'm extremely happy to finally have this on vinyl. This has been pretty high up on the want list for quite a number of years now. And it's one of those things I've always looked out for on eBay and whatnot, and the prices are just always ridiculous. And then to have the demos on vinyl as well is very cool. And this one actually has a couple songs with Chuck on vocals too. From the 99 demos and from the 96 demos. So definitely looking forward to checking the music out though. But I I don't know. If you didn't buy the box set, I wouldn't fret too much. I don't think it was really worth it. I don't remember. Maybe it was the only way to get the demos. I can't remember if that was the case. If that's the case, it may be worth it. And the good thing about these is, just from an investment side of things, which I don't really look at, but just from an investment side of things, these box sets shoot up pretty quick. All the Death ones, and this one as well, sold out relatively quickly. And you know, I was really interested in getting those first, really the first 3 albums, the box sets, and they're all in the multi-$100 range now, so the likelihood of that happening is pretty low. But still, highly recommend picking up this album on vinyl while you can. I think all the limited pressings are sold out, but I think even the black pressing, they were only doing like 1,500. And as popular as Death is, and Chuck in general, and anything he touches, I have a feeling that stuff's going to sell out pretty quick. So that's it, VC. I'll try to have something up soon. I know it's been a while between videos. My office is trashed right now. I've been reorganizing. I don't know if I just put a wall of shelves up over here that I've been going through, and you can look, and everything is just disheveled. I've got vinyl down here. The bottom few shelves there is all stuff that I haven't listened to and stuff that needs to be organized. So I'm trying to get everything in control in here, get it all organized and back neat again. And then hopefully I'll start doing some regular videos. I want to try to at least get a video up a week. It's been hard lately, though. Like I said, things have been crazy at work, and then just with the transit to and from. So I'll do my best. No promises, but I am still around. I am still checking out videos from time to time. I try to leave a comment when I do. If I don't, I'm sorry.